Hi everyone.
Hi guys.
I am Eliz.
I'm Lilyemma.
Welcome back to Blonde Vibrations.
This is Champagne Whispers episode
something. It's an episode, that's for sure. We're actually doing something a little bit different today. One of us is very you're here. You are here. If you don't know, it was someone's birthday this week. Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Pisces season.
Yeah.
Do you feel like a spicy Pisces? Is that what it is? Yeah.
Yeah, I suppose so. It's the week for it.
We should have got the traits of a Pisces and see how much you like align with it.
Yeah.
But we thought we'd do something a little bit different. If you can't tell, this is going to be heavily inspired by Billie Eilish. Even though it's not. It started off in a certain way, but essentially it's just a birthday interview.
It's so I have no notes. Like, that's why I didn't know what number episode it is. I have no notes. Like, I'm just here.
Have you ever done a solo interview? Like, have you ever been interviewed yourself? Like, I know we've been interviewed, but have you ever done one just you?
When would I do that?
I don't know myself.
Well, I guess that that thing about my master's programme was kind of an interview, wasn't it?
But like more of a personality thing. Because I guess like job interviews, but like a personality, like get to know me style thing. Have you ever done that?
Not. Like, under what circumstance would I do a get to know me interview in my life?
True. I've
But
not done one. I've never done one either, but
Next month.
crazy. We're both spring check-ins, yeah. So yeah, we're taking on different roles. If you've been watching us or listening to us for a while, you know that we tend to do like artist interviews and stuff, so we're kind of flipping it over, and this is the first of the birthday interviews. I'm sure we'll think of a nice clever name for it, but right now it's just the Lilyemma birthday interview.
What is it, like birthdays and balloons?
Yeah, and
confetti.
and there's another one of blessings and cakes and candles,
Balloons and blessings.
something like that. But I'm not trying to be like flirty with you.
I'm really good at flirting.
No, but did you guys see that TikTok? And it was someone being like, how to message like the person that you're interested in flirting to say happy birthday, and it was the like
the flirty ways to say happy birthday.
yeah, it was like
Cakes and confetti.
like a year older looks better on you or something. And we both saw it individually. It was like, wow.
Like what it was something like taking today to celebrate you.
Yeah,
something like that. Like,
and we were like, wow, and you sent it to me and I'd seen it, I had it liked, and then we looked in the comments, all the comments were like, cringe, never gonna do that, like such a bad idea. And we were like, what? But
Like,
it's cute.
funny.
And I was actually gonna save one for a caption for her birthday and I forgot until this moment. Okay, are you ready?
Cakes and confetti.
What's it? Balloons and blessings.
Maybe it's a little bit cringe.
Cakes and candles. The other ones weren't as cringe. Those ones are the
Does it stick in your mind?
yeah, but there was like proper sentence ones, and there was one that was like, I knew there was a reason I was thinking of you today.
Yeah.
Like, that was one. I think that's quite smooth.
Yeah.
To message someone and be like, you popped into my mind.
And oh, look at that! It's your
Like,
birthday.
Yeah, like
Well, no one messaged me like that, so
maybe next year we'll get them.
maybe I'll get like a belated birthdays and
Blessings. Cakes and candles. Okay, are you ready
yeah.
for your first ever solo interview?
I'm scared.
Well, we'll start off. You know
Don't
what?
say anything like you've not checked it with my manager. Like, you've not cleared the questions.
Maybe I am your manager and I've cleared it with myself.
Got an audience.
Well, this one's really simple to start with. I've just said, what did you do to celebrate your birthday this year?
I had breakfast at home with my friend. My friend being Eliz. We made cinnamon swirls. I don't know the difference.
They were swells, but I also don't know the difference.
We read a Harry Styles magazine from start to end. And then called my nan. And then we went pottery painting at a place called Wonderland Ceramics.
What did you paint?
I painted a plate with some little friends on it.
What kind of friends?
Just some little guys.
Okay.
Just like a little bunny and a bear and a house and a sun. Just, some little guys. Then I came home. And then we went for dinner at Ave Maria.
What'd you have?
What did I have? I don't know the name of it. But
What was it though?
I had pasta. And I had that spicy drink. And we had the little crispy potatoes. And we shared a tiramisu. And I got happy birthday in a restaurant.
And how would you describe your birthday overall? Just in one word.
Fun.
Do you know what word I would put for it?
Yeah.
Peaceful.
I was literally about to say peaceful. Like, as you said, like what I would use to describe it, that was what was in my head.
Well, there you
I
go.
knew there was a reason I was thinking about peaceful today.
And what do you feel you've achieved this year?
So what? Last March to this March?
The tax year for some.
Is it?
I think so. I think it resets at the end of March.
Really? So it kind of is tax year.
In this tax year, what have you achieved?
Started my PhD. That's the big one.
Well, that's a huge one.
Yeah.
So, just saying that alone would be, one big achievement.
I graduated again. Yeah. We hit some podcast milestones. Put some frames up on my wall. Yeah. Am I missing anything?
No, but I think the little things can be as much of an achievement, like frames on the wall. You've made your bedroom into what you want it to be. You've refined your style. You've really gained more of an interest in style and buying clothes instead of I know we've spoken about sustainability and stuff, but you've kind of come out of the capsule wardrobe, not phase, but it wasn't working in some ways.
Yeah.
So now you have more.
Inspiring.
Now you have more clothes that make you happy.
Yeah, I built a clothes rail. That was pretty. Built my first bit of flat pack furniture.
Does it make you feel like an adult?
Kind of. Made me feel tired, I can tell you that.
You've started cooking a bit more.
Yeah, I have the burns to prove it. I'm not going to show it because I'm scared people might be a bit squeamish. Yeah, I cook more. Probably eat more vegetables than I did a year ago.
Drink more water.
Yeah, I drank 2 litres of water every day last week.
Congratulations.
And I got a promotion at work.
Yeah. Oh my god, congratulations.
Thanks. Like 6 months ago, but that was in the year. I got promoted.
Absolutely.
Sure, I'm missing things.
If you think of more, you can just bring it up at any point. What are the small things that get you excited to wake up in the morning at the minute?
Breakfast. Oh, I went through this phase where I was having those fresh croissants with nice jam. That was getting me up in the morning. You making coffee.
Fair enough.
Doing my research. If I have a day just to do research. If I have a day off work and a day of research.
Would you call yourself a nerd? That's not on the notes.
That wasn't cleared.
Are you a nerd? Why do you get up and enjoy research?
I guess.
I don't
know if I am a nerd. I don't know if I would identify with the I am a nerd title. But
have we looked up a nerd before? Why do I feel like we've done this? But let me just look up what a nerd really means.
Yeah, let's take a quick pause.
Nerd. A person who is extremely enthusiastic and knowledgeable about a particular subject, especially one of specialist or niche interest, or just engage in or discuss a technical field. This says obsessively. I don't think it has to be obsessively. Or with great attention to detail. It's just someone... Well, this one says Star Wars movies, but, I think that's just an example, to be honest with you. But I don't think it's a negative thing.
Nerd.
That's okay. The first step to recovery is admitting your problem. So maybe
I need to recover.
Maybe you should say, hi, I'm Lilyemma and I'm a nerd. Hi, Lilyemma. Okay, talk me through your current go-to outfit or an outfit that's really sparked joy for you this year of your life.
I'm wearing it, but you can't really see it.
You can talk us through it because some people are listening.
This is a long. Oh yeah, 'cause some people can't. Did you just say some people can't see it? Yeah, some people can't see it. I'm wearing.
Yeah, some people can't see it. I don't know if we mentioned.
I'm wearing a black long sleeve cropped top with a little lamb in gems. Oh, it's missing a gem.
One gem less than it used to then, but still lots of gems.
With little gems, and a pink bow, and it's really cute. And I'm wearing a, God, how do you describe this?
Lazy Oaf, miscellaneous printed.
Yeah.
Maxi skirt.
With like the top band, you can't even see this if you're watching, it's like, I never found the word for this.
It's like shearling. Is that what it is?
I think that is what it is.
I'm not sure.
So it almost is like a drop waist. It is a drop waist because it's tight and then just goes out. And it's probably supposed to be maxi, but I'm tall, so it's like
kind of
a bit longer than
maxi,
midi, I'd say.
Is there any times, or like, can you picture any specific events you maybe went to this year that you thought, I was really well dressed, or like, you know what, that look, I could recreate that again, I'd be completely happy with what I was wearing?
I liked my outfit for the 975. Do I have to describe it?
I guess loosely, just the aesthetic, I suppose.
It's like black skirt. It sounds basic, but it was kind of like elevated a bit. It was like a black dress with like a white shirt with like a big collar over the top and a little bow tied, and then my silver cowboy boots.
I think you were dressed well for festival season as well.
Yeah, but I can't think of any outfits I was wearing. I liked NAS Festival when I was in that purple butterfly top and the pink skirt, and I don't know, my pink boots maybe? Was that what I was wearing?
You also enjoyed your graduation outfit.
Yeah, that was a nice dress.
It was a Betsy Johnson dress and
Yeah,
all.
I'm sure there's others. I liked, we spent days curating this outfit for us both because it was technically all Eliz's clothing, where you got that silver backless top, and I wore it with Eliz's black like cargo denim skirt and my silver cowboy boots, and we spent like a week curating that for no reason.
It was just for like a music talk event thing in Walthamstow or something.
When you like put loads of random thought into an outfit and you're like like
I think like this like latter half of the year, I know we just said it before and like the things that you've achieved this year, but I think like definitely like just putting more effort into outfits and things like that.
Yeah, I was saying this to you the other day, wasn't I? I was like, because I was trying to think of like a nice birthday outfit, and I was like, the thing is that other than like ball gowns, I don't have anything that I don't wear day to day anymore. Like I'm quite good at dressing down things that I like to wear, which means I get wear out of them. Like I have a lot of dresses that I wouldn't have worn normally, but now I kind of wear them so often that you don't overthink it.
Well, we were even saying in our like ins and outs portion of our like year in review that there's no such thing as underdressing.
Overdressing.
That's what I mean.
Like there is such thing as underdressing.
There's no such thing as overdressing. Like, if you feel that's appropriate and you feel comfortable and good in it, just because someone else, and this is no hate, I mean it's kind of like it's not, but like it would seem as if I'm going for myself. If you were to be wearing one of your really nice dresses and then I showed up in basketball shorts, that's on me. That's not you've overdressed. I've not risen to the occasion. Yeah. So a lot of your outfits are a bit like that now. That, like you've chosen the bar is up here, and you've set that bar and like you stick to it.
Me and Eliz made one of those TikToks that was like, guess whose outfit's whose. No one guessed. Like no one like even tried to guess. But I think that's just because it was obvious.
Oh, I think it's obvious, but then I'm also like, if you don't know us, because if you watch our videos, but that's all you really know.
I feel like even if you watch, we match.
Yeah, I was about to say, I don't particularly dress my day-to-day hair. I pick something that I know will just like be fine here. Yeah. I don't know. Anyway, tell me about the album soundtracking the last year of your life, or an artist that you've been drawn to the most this year.
Gosh, that's really hard. I don't know.
Or you can say a
I
few.
find it really hard to think about like what came out within a year.
Well, to be fair, it doesn't have to be a new release.
No.
Just what you were drawn to.
Well, I was obviously listening to Daisy Jones and the Six a lot because that came out, a year ago?
Yeah.
So I was listening to that a lot. Obviously Taylor and Harry stay winning. Okay, I just went through all of my Spotify. And it's very predictable, I feel. Like Maisie, Dominic Fike, the Mahalia album. Harry and Taylor were still in there.
So do you think that's very similar to like previous years?
I'd say so. I think I've stayed very very consistent with my music taste.
Would you want to maybe branch out more in the next year, or are you happy with, you know, keeping your main people as your like top artists each year?
I think in order to be good music journalists, we do have to branch out. But I think the way that I think you're the same, the way that we listen to music, it's very like comforting in the sense of like I want to listen to things I know and not have to think about it and know that I like it. Mm-hmm. And a lot of the time when I listen, the reason why we were going through my top songs and the reason why a lot of them are what they are is because I'll just put on like my on repeat all day every day because I'm just sat reading and I don't care what I'm listening to, it's just background noise. So I feel like it's easier to do that with artists that you've liked for years.
So
But I would feel like I would be like not appreciating it as much if I was listening to a newer artist like that.
So I suppose to reframe the question would be literally the first artist to come to your head now who's been the most exciting this year.
Mahalia.
Respect.
I think, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But that's very consistent. Like, she's consistently very exciting.
Yeah.
I think Maisie was as well.
Maisie's been very exciting.
She did a lot.
This actually kind of leads on to the next question, because I said, who is inspiring you right now and why? It could be someone in your personal life, an actor, singer or creator, and if I could offer forward for you, you and Maisie's style, that is an inspiration to you.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. I also feel like, not like in a parasocial way, but I feel like both of our styles have like evolved in a similar way. Mm-hmm. Like over time, her style has changed, my style has changed, but they're still kind of like mirrored.
Do you have any other people? I guess we're going down the style route now. Do you have anyone else maybe that you're following on Instagram?
I follow that. Is her name Daisy?
Style Daisy.
Is that, yeah, Style Daisy. Who else?
The Ellaby sister.
Oh, yeah, which one is it? Megan?
Yeah.
Megan, yeah. I'll always be one and still hers.
What do you like about her style?
I don't know, I just like I like the colours, I think. Because, well, both of them, they use more colours than I do.
Dopamine dressing.
Yeah. Like, that's not me saying, like, I want to wear greens, because I feel like they both wear a lot of, like, greens. Mm-hmm. But I like the way they style colours.
I feel like they're quite good with, yes, they have trends, they go in cycles a little bit, but they also bring back stuff from their wardrobes, and it's very much like, even if it's not the cookie cutter trend right now, they've like very much put it into like their own like perspective on things. Yeah,
I'm trying to think if there's anyone else that I follow.
Maybe an author?
What, that style?
No, just inspiration.
Oh, Dolly. Easy.
I felt like I was guiding you to that answer then.
Like it feels like a job interview. Yeah, Dolly Alderton, CEO. And I like watching her on Instagram as well, so I guess that is actually quite a lot. Mm-hmm.
Do you have any like TikTok creators that you like really enjoy like consuming their media, or do you just kind of see it more like passive, I guess?
I just went through my following and there's not a lot. It's Lily Chapman and Madeline RG, like the two I follow. I don't really follow on TikTok.
I think, well, yeah, because I found out that as soon as you follow them, they stop showing up.
Because they just go in your following feed.
Yeah, they just don't come up anymore.
So I guess I would be a passive watcher. I also like that. I think because I've started cooking more, I have a lot of cooking videos. Then I've fallen back into the Carbs Before a Night Out girl. Have you been seeing her a lot recently?
Yeah.
I can't remember her name, that's really bad.
I also can't remember.
But
her
I watch
name.
like her videos. Every time she does a video, it comes up. But I can't think what her name is. I can picture her face so clearly.
I think me and you are both drawn to creators that you can just kind of sit and they'll talk, and it's like flashy gimmicks like you'll never believe this. It's just talking and whatever.
And I wonder if maybe I feel like I have a more passive TikTok watching because it's not active in the sense that I'm following them, I'm liking them, I send it to you and then I forget about it. Like I don't think I wonder if maybe if you don't have someone who you send everything you see to.
I know someone you watch, two people, the girls in the car.
Oh yeah, no, I do watch them.
I don't what
Ali and G.
Yeah.
But you know what, they've not been on my feed that much at the moment. And I don't watch it that much, but they do, yeah. They are like characters. I might have to follow them actually. But they they won their way around. Nanalan.
Yeah, fair enough.
Nanalan's live streams.
Yeah. Broadly speaking, what do you want out of this next chapter?
Funding. Really like to get my PhD funding. I'll have finished a chapter, if not more, of my PhD.
Anything more like general?
I feel like this sounds superficial, but I don't mean it in that sense. I think I'd like to I am quite there anyway, but I think I'd like to get like my Instagram somewhere that I really like it. I feel like it slowly is getting there, but I feel like I want it to almost be like, I mean, we've had this conversation before like quite a few times, but I think I'd like it to have it like really like reflective.
I don't think that's superficial because you're a content creator, so at the end of the day it kind of, you're putting yourself out there.
Yeah.
So it has to be you, and then the direction you go in will go from that.
Yeah, and I think you go through phases with your own Instagram, but I think we're very good at making it representative of us and kind of being a snapshot into our lives, but I think it would be nice to have it, like, I feel like we've got that now, and I think it would be nice to have it look cohesive. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm not sure entirely what that is, but I think I'd like to curate it a bit more. And I also think we're getting there again with the podcast, but I think I'd like that to start being a bit like, I don't know,
more of a priority in your world? Is that what you mean?
Yeah, like I try and do the posts frequently and I am getting there, but I think it'd be nice to have that really organised.
And is there any subjects that you would like to become more knowledgeable on this year?
I want more fun facts. I was talking to someone yesterday and she said so many fun facts and I was like,
fun facts about the world, fun facts. like a did you know type thing.
Yeah, like I used to be really good at that and I just don't now.
Like a did you know that whales get sad because they can't listen to Harry Styles?
Yeah,
like that kind of thing.
Yeah, like because I feel like we're both good at conversation, but only when it's things we know. I feel like sometimes I sit there and someone's like talking at me and I can't engage with it and I'll like happily learn from someone, but you know, sometimes it'd be nice like go into a conversation and know that I could like have a conversation about something that isn't my specialties.
So is there anything you've kind of like in those conversations where you've been like, maybe I should learn more? Is there anything you've noticed, not that you're lacking, but is it more like politics based or like real estate, you know, things like that? Yeah. Is there anything you're like, actually if I took some time to learn about it, I'll be more equipped for conversations?
I wonder if maybe it'd be interesting to go into more like theory. I think because, I don't know if this is because I have 2 degrees in like very like theoretical based subject. Like I feel like English literature, in order to have it fleshed out, I needed to do a lot of theory, but I don't majorly like. And when I did those degrees, they were just broad English literature degrees. I had to read a lot of kind of like social theories, like queer and feminist theories. Now I don't. Like I think I'd like to read more like essays and like like social commentaries and things like that. You know, like you can get like the I was in a bookshop the other day and you can get like selected essays by books. Maybe I'd like to read more of that, because that's not, now that I don't do any even slightly contemporary or like anything later than like 1920 literature, it doesn't lend itself as much.
I think a lot of like feminist theories and things like that, I saw something the other day being like, just finished another essay on feminist theory. It was nothing to do with the topic. Like, it can come up in everything because it's so prevalent in life all the time, that like, if you were to get more knowledgeable on that topic, you'd be able to, not as a fun fact, because most of the time it's not fun, but like
just like a in-depth conversation. I think in order to have those kind of conversations, you need to have the theory behind.
Just a more like educated discourse.
Yeah, and I think it would be nice, like, I think we cut ourselves a bit short sometimes, and we're so ditzy and not like intellectual, but I think keeping your brain, and that, I mean, I'm aware there's slight irony in this, is that I'm an academic, but I think keeping your brain active and reading essays and reading kind of like intellectual writing is kind of how you then become like a eloquent being. Well,
I think, and this is not to you personally, but you would assume that someone studying is smart, but that's not always the case. Just because you are researching for your specific thing, of course you're going to become more knowledgeable about that, but that doesn't make you a well-rounded, educated, smart person. It's actually when you take the time to go to the bits that you know less about, find out more about, and then when people from different perspectives and angles and like walks of life come to you, and you can have that back and forth, that's what makes you smart.
Yeah, it's expanding beyond your kind of section that you already know, like,
and comfort zone.
Yeah, like things come, especially like the topic that I research, I've been researching for 5 years. Like, I've been doing literature in that period. I've been doing children's literature for about 3-4 years now.
So if I wanted to talk to you about physics, could you give anything?
No. And it's like, I think you get so comfortable in being like, I'm smart because I know loads about this, until someone starts speaking to you about something else, and
someone
like, oh my god,
completely out of your realm.
Yeah.
Like, and we've spoken about this on the show, that you surround yourself with people that are so like-minded that, like, sometimes I would think I'm smart about something, and then someone will come in and will be like, uh-oh, like, I know nothing.
And I think it's kind of making it seem like we don't engage in these conversations, and I think it's actually the opposite. Like, I really like hearing about other people's studies and their subjects and things like that. Like, I find it really interesting, but I just think I would like to understand it a bit more,
just soak up more information. So would you say that in the next year you would like to, because your work is very flexible, you can live a more flexible lifestyle to others, I suppose, would you like to carve more time out in your personal time for other types of, not research, it's not studying, it's not homework, but just enriching yourself in other types of information?
I think I would like more structure, and I think it's starting now. I had a kind of second half of that March to March, I didn't have as much structure for like work reasons, and I think because my work changes on a week by week basis, it kind of lends itself to, it always feels like you're catching up because you finish a week. And it is partially my own fault because I don't think about my week ahead until the Monday. But I think going forward, I think I would like to have a bit more like, this day's for this, and when I get home I'm gonna have this time for myself. Whereas I feel like at the moment I go to work, I do my research, and then about one day a week I just have a whole day where I just do something, but I've not planned what I'm doing, so I just kind of float through life, and I feel like I'm not making the best use of my time.
What, for your passions and things like that?
Just like things that aren't, you have to do them.
Yeah, more just optional.
I want to do them rather than like, I have to do them.
Well, I've said the next question, two of them are kind of similar, and I feel like you'll have similar answers. What are your core passions right now that aren't the things that you feel like you have to do? So take studying and probably the podcast out of it, because although it's a passion, we've kind of got to the point now where it can get quite stringent, that there's more of what we have to do in order to where we want to get, as opposed to pure like this is just all fun. And also just a snapshot into what are you doing when you're at the happiest version of yourself.
If I'm not studying or podcasting, crocheting, and reading fun books.
Can you think of a fun book that you've read this year?
God, this year, what have I finished this year? Because I've not been reading Daisy Jones the whole year. See, this goes to show, like, I don't carve out enough time because I'm a quick reader.
But if that's
what
your...
have I finished recently?
If that's the book that stands out in your brain, then that's your book of the year.
That's what I'm reading at the moment.
It's a good book.
Did I finish Dolly this year?
I think so.
Well, I guess that's what I read going into the year.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's just been Daisy. That's crazy. I don't have enough time.
So have you finished Daisy yet?
No, it's almost there.
So far, obviously I've not written this down, so I didn't know you were going to say this. So far, are you preferring the book or the season? Which I don't know how fair of a question it is. I don't know how fair of a question this is because the show you saw first, and now when you read the book, I bet you're picturing Sam Claflin.
Yeah.
Like, surely.
Yeah.
Like, you just would be.
I think I like the book more than I thought I would like. I put it off because I don't like, there's proper terms for it, but I don't like letter style and I don't really like script style books. But I'm liking it more than I thought I would. But the TV show was just so good.
There was something so... You know, there's certain times where you're like, I wish I could see that again for the first time or experience that. And I've kind of got a bit sad about how quick we watched one day because we watched the entire thing in one day. Yeah, so we've been seeing all of these emotional edits on TikTok. Well, not we. I don't know about you. Of one day, and it's like some of the emotions almost drawn out because we watched it, and by the time we got to that 14th episode or something, it was like 10 p.m. Yeah. And I can't truly remember it. But I know...
Really?
Yeah, like I remember at the time and I know what happened.
Damn.
But there's some points I'm like, I wish I could experience that whole thing for the first time.
Like savouring things. I think we're very excitable, obsessive people. And I think we lean into that sometimes. And maybe we don't need to watch everything all the time at once.
I have a fun question for you. It's not that fun. What era are you relating to right now of Taylor Swift?
God, imagine if I said Lover, everyone would be like...
I think you can relate to Lover. You're allowed to. Like, are you...
1989.
Are you kind of feeling like the man? 1989, is it because you're,
living life in the city?
Harry Styles. Could it be?
I just think, like, living life.
What's your... Right now, not which one are you relating to the most, but which album are you listening to the most?
I'm really leaning I've been yearning for Midnights recently. Like at the time when Midnights came out, I wasn't the biggest fan, was I? I think because everything she does is like incredible. When Midnights came out, I was like, yeah, that's what you would expect from a new Taylor album. But I feel like I'm kind of leaning back into that at the moment.
It's also kind of difficult when she's in this like period of re-releasing to then have Midnights, which was so different, when everyone is just waiting for that next re-release. And I feel like the Tortured Poets is going to get a similar like stick where, because people are waiting for the next thing, some people might just be like, for God's sake, well, we didn't ask for more. We wanted the other stuff.
Wanted Reputation.
Yeah.
And also I find myself listening to Speak Now, not by choice, but you know, like when the songs come on and you always like do the little like, God, check his Taylor's version. And then you just see that purple. Yeah. Like, I've just been, like, going towards that recently.
Which quote would you like to take with you into the next year of your life?
So, Eliz asked me to prepare this. And then I was thinking about it. And then I was like, I'm just, like, why would I... just delete it. Why would I try and find a quote when I have a quote that I look at every day? Do you know what I mean? So, on my, like, Notion page that I load up every day, I have, like, the Taylor Swift quote from when she got her honorary doctorate, God, please don't stutter over this. And it's, every choice you make leads to the next choice, which leads to the next. And I know it's hard to know sometimes which path to take. There will be times in your life when you need to stand up for yourself, times when the right thing is to back down and apologise, times when the right thing is to fight, times when the right thing is to turn and run, times to hold on with all you have, and times to let go with grace. Sometimes the right thing to do is to throw out the old schools of thought in the name of progress and reform. Sometimes the right thing to do is to listen to the wisdom of those who have come before us. How you know what the right choice is in these crucial moments, you won't. And then, for context, I have a little picture of Taylor and her little doctor hat.
So do you feel like that's something that you've been taking on this year, or is what you want to bring with you next year?
I think both. I think this year I have gotten better. Like, sometimes things are out of your control, but you can kind of... Things are out of your control, but it's how you handle them and how you move forward that changes things, and you have to consider other people and things like that. But I think there's always more to progress with that.
Are you saying that you've not become perfect? And there's a long way to go.
I'm still partially imperfect.
Oh, it's okay. We forgive you.
Thanks.
We're down to the last 2 questions.
Okay.
What advice do you want to give to yourself for a year on? When you look back this time next year, what advice do you want to give it?
I don't know, because that's so hard, because you're not going to know, like, where you are in a year's time. I think, like, it sounds really, like, basic, but I think it's important to, like, actually have fun with things.
Tell yourself in the camera.
Have fun with things. Because we've been talking about this a lot recently, and it's kind of... We talk a lot about FOMO and fighting FOMO, but I think the past, like, maybe 6 months, we've been really, like, choosing to do things because we actually want to do them, and because we're going to have fun with, like, zero, like, inkling of regret. And that's something that I'd like to get better at, is just, like, doing things that you want to do and not feeling like you have to do other things. But I also think with that, in order to have fun, you have to kind of go out of your comfort zone a bit. Mm-hmm. So you have to break, like, typical, like, cycles and things like that, and do something new that you haven't done before. Because I think we're suckers for repeating behaviour, but at the same time, in order to...
Do you mean we, me and you, or we society?
Me and you.
Okay.
I don't think I'm equipped to do, like, societal, like... But I think, like...
You, yourself.
Well, yeah, but I feel like that's very, like it feels like I'm putting myself down when I say it's just me.
I don't think so. I don't think you're putting yourself down at all.
But yeah, that's that.
When you look back in a year's time, do you want to say to yourself, have we beat the FOMO? Have we continued to do things we want to do and not what is expected of you? Like, what are you asking yourself a year on? That's the final question.
Just to, like have fun with everything that I do, and not, like, do things out of, like necessity. Mm-hmm. Well, like, obviously you sometimes have to, but, like, just because I feel like I have to do this thing even though I don't find it fun. Mm-hmm. I think it would be nice to kind of do things because I want to do them.
And just in general, as an add-on, is there anything else you want to ask yourself that you can directly answer in an uplifting way to end it? What do you want to ask yourself?
I don't know. It all gets very, like, introspective. I'm not sure. Like, I don't like to think about myself too far on.
Do you think...
That's just something I can't picture.
Okay, we'll send it back. Do you think this time last year, that person will be proud of who you are today?
I think so.
Do you think you're making all of the previous versions of yourself proud?
What were we doing last year? Oh, we went to that pasta, didn't we? I'm, like, trying to, like, picture myself. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah? You think you're going towards what past versions of yourself would want for you?
Yeah, I think so. I think I'm, like, me a year ago, but, like, progressed. Like, I don't think I took any, like, back steps at all. Not that that would be a problem, but I think, like...
I think, obviously, I'm next to you a lot in the podcast and out in life. I don't think you've taken any step back.
No,
Like,
I think there's been like moments, but I don't think there's anything like
in terms of your route,
Like
what
long
you want,
term.
yeah, like what you want to achieve and get out of your life,
yeah.
the steps are all there. Like you said, from what you've achieved this year, you've made those achievements
I think there
or
was
steps.
like short term,
Like wobbles.
yeah, and kind of external things, but I think as a whole it was like positive movement.
So have you had a good year?
Yes, thank you.
And happy birthday. And that's the end of your first solo interview.
Yeah, that was so hard.
How do you feel having done it?
Yeah, that was an interview.
Did you enjoy it?
Yeah.
Do you feel like you know yourself any better, or you feel any like clearer in your path, or do you feel like you're already like kind of headstrong in that?
I think I'm quite clear. I think this is the most like clear I have been in my life. Like very like settled and like comfortable within myself. I think other years it's not been so, but I think now it is.
Like, sorry to ask you another question.
Oh, do you be like here's some more.
But like, so do you feel that you're becoming the version of yourself that you were always meant to be? Do you feel like at times you've ever kind of like danced to the beat of other people's drums? But now this is like,
God, is it dance? Is that what it is?
I don't know. Skip to the beat.
Walk, like what?
Do you do whatever you're supposed to do for the beat of your own drum now?
Yeah, I think so. I think like I do what I'm supposed to be doing and whatnot. I don't think it's really like externally put upon me now.
That's good.
Thanks.
Thank you for joining me.
Thanks for having me.
How was I as an interviewer?
Yeah, I should hope so. Like 2 years of practice.
Yeah, but I've never done it on my own.
That's true. Yeah. Did it feel different?
I really enjoyed it. That was really fun.
You're gonna cut me out?
Yeah, I think so.
Like just run with that. Like your birthday interview, you're gonna be like, yeah, so I'm actually starting my own podcast. I'm gonna start interviewing people, just me.
Yeah, maybe, I know. Well, so yeah, thank you very much to the guest, which was Lilyemma.
Oh, we've got low battery, perfect timing.
The guest of her own podcast, kind of a crazy concept.
Yeah.
But it happens. And thank you so much for listening or watching or however you just consumed that.
Thanks guys, like hearing me yap for like half an hour.
I hope you feel like you know one of your hosts a whole lot better. And we'll see you next year for the next one, I suppose.
Yeah, see you in a month for Eliz's.
And if you want to follow us on Instagram, it's blonde_vibrations. In the bio will be a link tree, and it basically just has everything else we ever do, including our blog and the TikTok, which is doing very well. It's just blonde vibrations and everything else. If you're listening to us, follow, rate us 5-star. Send this to someone whose birthday is coming up or who you want to interview in this similar kind of way.
Yeah, and if you're on Spotify, interact with the polls and questions.
Mm-hmm. If you're on YouTube, hey, you can see us right now. Just subscribe and comment, and also give us a thumbs up. And that's about it. So thank you very much again.
Thanks. Good work.
GG. GG. Bye.
Bye, guys.
Love ya.